The new greenhouse at Assiniboine Park is complete. It's an exciting new chapter in the development of Canada's diversity gardens and a critical part of the park's redevelopment.
We had to have a really clear understanding of what was going on in the Leaf and in the diversity gardens and what other key features we want to focus on in the park and the zoo. And then those factors combined helped determine what we needed this building to do.
The sustainable design is efficient, both in energy use and how it functions for the park. This 9,000 square foot space is filled with moving parts, like these walls.
It's a plastic poly, and we can roll them up and roll them down. So we can turn it into one big open space or 5 smaller spaces. So we have that flexibility. And then the temperature can be controlled in each of those 5 zones.
Multiple zones that lead to more options for all the gardens in the park.
We're able to now grow plant material that comes from a tropical zone all the way to something that normally wouldn't last the winters here, that we can bring inside and showcase the next season.
The space has plenty of height with a clearance of 16 feet. It has retractable hoses with access to water right in the building, a cement floor, multiple sinks and storage spaces, an adjustable shade cloth below the roof to regulate the temperature. Even the roof itself opens up. There's LED lighting and large overhead garage doors, making it easier to move things in and out of the building.
It's so much more refined from what we've been working with.
2 older greenhouses have been supplying and supporting the park for the past few years. It's where plants spend the winter, but space is tight.
At its highest point, it's 12 feet, but on the sides, it's lower. So again, we can only have a few things that are 12 feet tall, and they have to sit down the middle of this pathway.
With the new greenhouse, exciting ideas are blooming, with favorites like the animal mosaics near the top of the list.
Right now with mosaics, they can only be a certain height because the door is only a certain height. These are quite popular features out in the gardens, and so it's nice to be able to expand that collection and work on these throughout the year. But to have them very successful in the summertime, we need to start working on them in February and March.
Even flowers destined for planters can get a jump start on the growing season in the new greenhouse.
Being able to start plant material in the container, so when it moves out to the park, it's more full and lush, and we don't have to wait all summer long before it comes.
A system to collect rainwater is built into the design.
We also collect all the rainwater off the roof, and it gets held in a large reservoir there that will be able to use natural water instead of chlorinated water for watering the plant material. So it'll be a lot better for the plants.
And the greenhouse is better for the people who work here too.
Now we have one facility where all the plant material will be, we can move material around with ease. And we have more control of the temperatures and the humidity within each bay than we ever did before.
While it's not attached to the diversity gardens itself, this building is a fundamental part of the project.
This is all a back-of-house facility, so it's not necessarily where the public will come every day, but we know the public's going to come in and enjoy the gardens, and we know what they like in the gardens and what they'll like in the Leaf, and this allows us to get everything ready for that display.